Alright, so I come over to Unimart to get some ice cream because they have my chocolate mousse tracks. It's like my favorite ice cream. It's really good. And I get over here, and within like 2 minutes maybe, in the door comes Ryan Bradley. This is the guy who is at Unimart every time I come to Unimart. You know, what are the chances that Ryan Bradley is at Unimart every fucking time I come here, no matter what? And he's accompanied by Mitchell Snyder. His cars, whatever. Mitch Snyder is the son of Colleen is the prison guard who fucking hates me and has undoubtedly gone out of her way to try to destroy my reputation and get me kicked out of the Legion. She tried to do different things and was caught basically lying. To the extent of she drove home from the Legion one night only to discover that her tire had been slashed, and then called the cops and blamed me for slashing her tire. How do you not know that you have a flat slashed tire? How do you not know that your tire's been slashed whenever you leave and drive all the way home? How do you not know that your tire is flat until you get home? So I don't know, I'm just speculating, but I mean, did she slash her own tire? Did she go to that extent to slash her own fucking tire? Just to blame it on me? You know, shit like that. So, yeah, Mitch is her son. He was with Ryan Bradley when he came in. And they stayed there until I left. I fucking hung out there for a half an hour or better. And they stayed there the whole time. I even said, "Hey, what's up, Bradley?" He's like, "What's up?" You know, nothing less, nothing more. But I've clearly called his ass out on you know, my channel here as being one of my gang stalkers. And I have the video of him in my hallway, my apartment building at 4 in the morning, trying to avoid being caught on my camera. Which I asked him about that at Unimart. One day I went to Unimart, and he was there. And I asked him, I said, "Hey, what were you doing outside my building, or outside my apartment that night, that morning at 4 in the morning?" And he looked all dumbfounded, like, I don't know, he said. Yeah, you don't know. It's crazy how, you know, you can be at 4 in the morning, you can, you know, doing the sucking sidestep shuffle so that you're not caught on somebody's camera. But you don't remember doing that. You don't remember that happening, right? To me, that's something I think I would remember. Of course he doesn't remember it. He doesn't want to admit that it happened. He doesn't want to admit that that's him in the video. But it is. I didn't even realize it was him until somebody pointed it out to me. He said, "Oh, that's Ryan Bradley." I said, "Oh, yes it is. You're fucking right. That is Ryan Bradley." So, it's things like this. They're getting exposed, all of them. I took this back road just for shits and giggles, and of course there's a car. What do you know? You can't make this shit up. I mean, you can. You can make this shit up, and you can even make it look like you're being gang stalked. And then you can also make up some other shit to make the whole fucking thing look like it's taboo, you know? There, Mr. Unbreakable fucking Tony. I caught Will's live stream from last night. Some of it. I didn't watch it all. But the Unbreakable targeted Tony, LA. I put this correlation together when I saw Will's video on his live stream last night. The dude has sheriff tattooed on his lip. Really? I didn't know that. That's crazy. So the fact that he has sheriff tattooed under his lip. I mean, more do you want? You know, like I claim that it's my belief, my opinion, and through my observations and a lot of time to look at the correlation and all of the things, all the patterns, right? That's what the human brain is good at, detecting patterns. So looking at all these patterns, the one pattern that I saw was prevalent and very, very blatant, obvious to anybody who looks at the data or looks at the evidence. You know, NIRVGORILLA, you got to look at the whole evidence, the whole body of evidence, right? Anyone who looks at all of that can clearly see that this goes on, that it's a very massive, organized group of people. So what group is it? What is the common denominator? You know, when you lump these groups of people together. Well, in my experience, it is, in my gang stalking, and the people that are doing the fuckery to me, early on, I noticed the pattern of the first responders, and nothing to, I don't want to talk down on first responders. First responders are great, man. They're heroes. They give their lives, and you know, for the greater good. What they do and everything in the institution of the volunteer firemen and police and first responders is amazing. I'm not trying to talk down on them as an institution at all whatsoever, so don't mistake, you know, what I'm trying to do here. But the patterns, it's clear to me that it's this group of people that are highly involved are either a corrections officer, or they're police, or they're a first responder, or the other people that are involved in this that they recruit into the program are some criminals, some people that got in trouble. And you know, when you get in trouble for certain things, and then the law enforcement will approach you and say, hey, listen, we can help you out, you know, we can work with you, you work with us, we'll work with you, you know, you play ball and do what we tell you to do, you know, we'll see to it that your charges go away, or that, you know, that your sentence is reduced, or whatever. It's what they do. You know, this is not like a conspiracy. This is what they do. This is their tactics. So instead of just actually gaining information that would lead to an arrest, reducing crime, they're perpetuating crime. They are getting these people to commit more crimes in order to save face for the face of law enforcement, or the face of first responders. You know, they don't want to look bad, so they're not going to do this shit because they know it's illegal. So the shit that they can't do, that they won't do, they get people that are in trouble to do it. Okay, and that's the other pattern that I recognize. The other people involved were these heroin addicts around town, all the junkies. They were following me around and shit. So I'm not just saying that everybody's gang stalking me, and I'm not blaming innocent people. I'm not going around blaming innocent people of gang stalking me. No, I wouldn't do that. I would not persecute innocent people, or try to make them look like they're doing something they shouldn't be doing. You know, that's not right. To manipulate somebody in their perception, manipulate somebody to believe that something that you know is not true. That's deception at its finest. I don't believe in that. I believe in the truth, honesty, wear your heart on your sleeve, you know, do right by others. And if you're doing this shit, you know it's wrong. You know damn well it's wrong. If you do this shit and you say nothing and you continue to do this shit, doesn't matter if it's out of fear or for whatever reason, you're doing it, you're making the wrong choice. You're doing wrong. Period. And nobody's going to save you for that. Nobody's going to save you from that. So you got to make a choice. You can either continue to say nothing continue to let whatever's going on go on, and even if you decide not to do it anymore, that's all fine and good. But there's people out there that are suffering, that you have the power to do something. And if you have the power to do something, you have an obligation to do it. Period. You know? With great power comes great responsibility. And if you're one of these people that hold this elevated power of authority, you have a lot of influence. And you do literally have power to influence people. You have that power. And if you're doing nothing, then you are only adding to the problem. By doing nothing, you are influencing people. So to go on and continue to believe that, that our institutions and everything, like the police and the firemen and everything, could never do any harm, could never do no wrong, The thought that these institutions, that people, regular people, human beings in these institutions, anyone who thinks that they could do no wrong I'm sorry, but you need a wake-up call, a reality check. And, life's going to smack you in the fucking face one of these days, because you're just lying to yourself if you think that people like this aren't capable of doing something like this. There's somebody pulling out of Debbie Strip Matter's office up here. I'm pretty sure Debbie Strip Matter's office is closed. So why somebody be pulling out of Debbie Strip Matter's office right now after midnight, right whenever I come up to the stop sign? I mean, I know what it is. Fucking gang stalking pieces of shit. But, yeah, I mean, come on. But anyway, yeah, I just felt it important to make a little vlog video here, documenting that I went to Unimart and my gang stalkers followed, of course. I'm not going to name all the people that showed up there, and I'm not going to, because there's some that I do believe are still involved in this, that I'm not going to say because I don't know. And yeah, okay, I don't know for sure if Ryan Bradley or Mitch Snyder are involved in the gang stalking me. But I will say that it's pretty fucking obvious that it sure seems like they are. And I will speak my truth. I will say it, call it how I see it. And as I see it, Ryan Bradley's a fucking gang stalker. And I'd love for him to address this issue to my face, and let's have a talk about it. And Rory Coretti as well. Rory Coretti, the fact that I went for the first time in a couple years go out to the bar, the fact that I went out last night and I walked in and you brought up a story that was a lie from 5 years ago and try to provoke me into fighting it's another fucking mousetrap, dude. You just stepped right into the mousetrap. So you're now gonna expose yourself as one of my gang stalkers, Rory Coretti, and Don Kirkpatrick. As soon as I walked in, they told the bartender that I wasn't allowed there, which was a lie. I'm a fucking member there. And then proceeded to try to provoke me for no reason. She tried to tell me, I think you need to get up and walk away and leave. And I said, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Sorry, you don't know me, Dawn, if you think I'm going to fucking walk away from any situation. I'm not scared of anybody, especially Rory Coretti. The story he was talking about was from fucking years ago, whenever I called him out and told him I wanted to go outside. And instead of coming outside man to man and hashing it out like two men, he fucking hid behind a couple other guys and running his mouth. He hid behind a couple other guys who physically removed me from the property and then ran his fucking mouth. And the cops ended up removing me from the Slowball Club that night. And I got charged with trespassing. But he they made up this story that I pulled a knife. That never fucking happened. I swear on my kids, and I'll take it to my grave, I never pulled a knife on anybody in my entire life, and I never would. That's cowardice. It's fucking cowardice. So, Rory Coretti, I know you're going to watch this because you're one of my gang stalkers. Yeah, calling you out, bitch. You're a gang stalker. You're sick and you're going to be exposed. So the fact that you brought that up after 5 years, we have seen each other several times in public, in different places. You never said a word about anything. We have absolutely been in the same place at the same time several different times, and that never came up. But I go to the bar, and then the first thing that's going to come out of your mouth is that I tried to pull a knife on you? Really? And then you try to lie to the bartender and tell the bartender that I'm not allowed in there? I feel bad for these people. They're so dumb. They're so retarded. Just expose them. He just exposed himself. Simple as that. So one by one, they will be exposed. They will go down. They can keep trying to do their stupid fuckery all they want. But I can't be influenced. Sorry. And I can't be intimidated. Not going to work. You can lie about me all you want. You've been doing it for years. Why stop now? It hasn't been effective, has it? It's been effective in convincing people of a lie, convincing people of something that isn't true. It's been effective there, but you're not affecting me, you're affecting them. And you're manipulating those people, and I feel bad for those people who are so gullible that they believe what they're told. And I'm sorry for you. I feel bad for you. But the people that, they can give me dirty looks and believe what they're told. I'm not going to blame them for gang stalking me. They don't like me based on something they were told. Not anything I did to them, something they were told. But the people that are going to expose themselves like this, like my brother and Kim Mushkit, my brother Ed, oh wait, it's not Ed, he changed his name to Karen. Karen, and now Brian Bradley, Mitch Snyder, let's see, now we got Rory Coretti. We're going to go ahead and add him to the list. And he was buddy with, what's funny is Rory Coretti's sister is married to Kyle Harbor, who was a police officer in Patton. He wrecked the squad car and they transferred him. He was also worked for Blue Stream, which is Delabelli's company, putting up spec towers, cell towers. Blue Stream now is a FedEx company or whatever. The same building that they had their offices out of now houses FedEx vehicles. It's a garage where they keep FedEx vehicles. So why he parked them in his yard, I don't fucking know. I didn't even know it was his yard. Like I said, I had no idea. These people are all exposing themselves, and if you keep participating in this, you will be exposed. This doesn't end well for you. Put it that way. This does not end well for you. And you may have been able to be effective and destroy other people's lives in the past, but it's not going to work on me. I'm sorry. You have met an immovable object. It doesn't matter what you do or what you try to do. You're not gonna penetrate this immovable object. I'm sorry. We don't stop. We don't stop. With that said, it's just some food for thought, That said, so if you agree with what I'm saying, like the video, share it. Please share it. Share all my content. It's all free for anybody. And subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. I'm pretty sure half my subscribers are my gang stalkers in Patton, Pennsylvania, that are cowards that hide their face. Like Lillian Smith, whoever Lillian Smith is, she's one of my gang stalkers around here. Whoever it is, it's probably a dude. It's probably some 300-pound fucking dude sitting there beating off to porn all day. But I don't know. I don't know any Lillian Smith, but either way, just watch your ass. Be careful. Do unto others as you would have them done to you, whatever. Don't be a dick. And don't believe everything you're told. Believe none of what you're told and only half of what you see. So, peace.